Hey guys, it's Cameron here. Today we're not really doing a reaction video. We're actually doing something that I want to be doing for a long time. So instead of telling you a story, I'm just gonna show you. Okay, so you see my mouse, right? You should see my mouse, right? Yeah, you do. Okay, so basically all this right here, all this whole all this right here is my grandma and grandpa's land. My grandpa passed away, but that's my grandma's land. So it's pretty big. Um, like, anyways, this is North Pond right here. This is the Middle Pond, and down here is the South Pond. It's pretty cool because we have a pond in every single pasture. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm gonna show you where we put hay. Basically, when we did hay. Okay, so this is the barn right here. Everyone knows a barn. It has tin roofs. Tin roof. So so there's three parts where we put the hay. One is like right here at the entrance, and there's a little elevator right here that puts the hay like right in here. And there's another place right here. Hold on, I'm gonna look at this really quick. Is there for real still some? Okay. Anyways, there's an elevator that puts them right here. Okay, so there's another place where it's right here. This is mainly like in front of the barn still, but there's a little gate right here that we put hay in. It used to just be open space, until we took a pin down. So it was just there. So this is where we put like Juby or something, or someone like a horse. Junior was in this pin for a long time, and Juby was right beside him. Anyways, yeah, it's just there's a little panel gate kind of thing, and you would take that down and move it to the side of the barn, about like right here, where a lot of other stuff is. So we move it there, and then you back a trailer in here, and put it right here, just like right here, just right inside. So that was like for like if we wanted to like drive out, you can even see some tracks right here. We would take it out, we would get it, and then drive like out here, maybe like out in the middle, whatever, or like out here for like all the horses and cows and stuff. Or we was and right here, the third one, right? The third one is right here. You see that little gap right there, right here. That's where some of the other hay went. Besides this one. Now, if you're thinking like, well, you can just do that the same way. No, you can't. Look, this one was for like, so it was easier to just back it in here, and get like just an elevator horses up there into the hay thing. But most of the time, we would just do it in the summer or the spring. The summer or the fall, because hay goes quick. So we would put it back in here for a little bit more extra hay storage, and we would like put it like right here, put it like right here in the back. We would back trailer in there, and we would put it in there. And there's like a little gap, maybe about this big, in between the hay stacks. So right here was a pin where we just like literally this is a big pin right here. All this right here, a pin. This is a pin. This is a pin. That's a half round pin. Bathtub, the old one, we didn't have tubs back then. We were poor. So this is a pin. We have like 4 pins that are. It's insane. So and these are all the horses eating right there. So I'm letting you know that right now. So we back a trailer in there, and like this is for like if like we're going out here, out in the huge open pasture, right? So we would get like the Ranger, which is like the truck. I'm trying to zoom in a little bit. Okay, so the Ranger right here. This is the Ranger. So we would get that. we would go, maybe go make a U-turn, or just like go straight to the barn, right? Just like down that road, boom, hey, right there. So we would drive it, and we would put it like right here, and we would put it like the trailer. We would load up the truck for something, or the Ranger, just like we did with the one right here. We would get some hay, like maybe 4 or 5 bales, and then drive out here and drop off some hay, some flakes or whatever. Or we would just like say, you know what, screw it, let's go all the corners. Go right here, come out, and then go down south, right? All down south. This is all south. This whole thing right here, all down, all south. So, we would get like a truck and get like some hay, and we would always go back after every trip. We would go out and get hay and put it out for horses. So we usually put it around out here, but on some rare occasions we would always put it like right here, all right here. That's rare occasions though. So we would get we would usually get like the hay with the horses in the barn are the ones is for right here, the one we put in the front. That one was for the horses in. If you see something flickering, it's my candle. I have a candle here. I use it for night. Anyways, that was mainly for like the horses in the barn. So that we could just like, hey, let's get like 3 bales or something, pull them out with a hay hook, or like just pick them up, carry them, and we would always like put them next to the pen, and we would cut the wires. We didn't use string because it was like, we had horses a lot, and we didn't want the horses trampling in the barn, and and wire. We used a lot of wire with gates and stuff because we didn't have any latches. I'm not sure why. They built this like in 19 something. Back then, they didn't have much of the things we have now. But anyways, we had wire a lot, and we used it for gates and all that. We used it for maybe wiring with ski up right here. We would use it a lot. So we were like, all right, cool, yeah. And so right here's a hay ring, and I'm pretty sure this is one right here. We didn't use one right here. This is right here. Right here, this is where a hay ring is, and inside there's a little hay ring there. We could just like stick the horse could stick his head through and just, hey, there's hay right here. Ha, cool. This one had like one hay ring, and that's like right here. This is where the water is and where the food is. Right here is where the feed went. Right here's where the hay went. Also right here, and the water was like right here, right next to the food. So the water right here for horses. The feed was right here. The trough. This is a hay ring right here, and we had the water right here. So that was pretty cool. So the feed right here was like right inside, and there's also like a little you see this big like kind of like cylinder kind of looking ones. Yeah, stand up for a little bit. Anyways, we had one of those, and it was kind of like a little thing like that. It kind of like go around, and then I don't know what it was, but it was kind of like a flat oval. It was just a flat oval, kind of troughed, and that was for the hay. But in very rare occasions, we would open this gate right here, and we would back a truck in there, and we would throw the hay in. We would we would throw it in there, and then take the wire off. Now, this is where it gets really fun for a lot of people. Okay, so we would come down south, and there's a hay thing right. There's a hay square right here. There's the water right there, and the other water is right here, and the troughs are right here. So, anyways, what happened? What we would do is we would put the hay in there. We would right there. See it right there in the middle, right there. That's the variegated though, but that's the hay. That's the hay square. That's a little gate though. That my dad made. It was all wooden, but now it's like all taken down and all that. So, anyways, we would put the hay in there. It was either a round bale or a square bale. We would back it in a gate right here. There's a gate right here and right here. So we would back it in here, and then we would throw in a hay, like 5 or 6, maybe even 7 hay bales in that hay square, and then we would climb in there and cut the wires with a pair of pliers. So that was mainly really easy to do if you knew what you were doing. Sometimes we would get a tractor in there, and they have hay a round bale, and they would get the tractor in there, and they would put it in that little hay square. We didn't really use much of a round bale. We didn't have a round bale there. We only had a square. So the squares, those are the most. But square bales are like the worst thing you can ever do, because if you look at it, it's so complex to fix, and so hard to get grease in there. Greasers, grease gun. Oh my god, it is so infuriating to get that thing going. You have to have like 4 boxes of freaking wire, depending on how big the pasture is. If it's like the north one, it was terrible. But yeah, that's where we put hay. That's where we would put, get all that. There we put, in the hay thing. So one time it was so funny. This is a little story of when I was a little younger. Where's the barn? Okay, there it is. Okay, so this pin right here, right? This pin. One time, I did not know where the trough was for the feed, so I went over here, poured the whole freaking 2-gallon bucket in the feckin' hay thing, and Ryan came out. He was like, "Where is the feed?" I'm like, "In there," and he was like, "You put it in the dang hay thing? What the freak?" So he climbed in there and scooped out the freaking all the feed that he could, and put it in the trough. I didn't know where it went, so yeah, it was pretty funny. Okay, so right out here, we're back in the trailer for some of this right here. There's actually 2 or 3 buckets. They're wired up, so we can feed horses. It's a lot. There's this gate. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can see the gate from here. Turn around a little bit. There we go. Can I see it? No. I don't want to go into street view. But okay, that's not what I want to do. Can I? Hold on. I want to try something really quick. No, we just took some. Okay. Actually, okay. So there is a gate here, as you all probably know already. But there's a gate, and it has a milk crate with a bucket inside of it, and there's a rope on the gate, just so that we could feed another horse. And there's one like right here, like right. Okay, so when you're right. Okay, so right when you go in the gate, there's a little corner there's a lot of milk crates there. So I'm just gonna say bucket instead of milk crate. The milk crate's there. So you go in right when you walk in. There's a old fridge that we use for like horse stuff, like antibiotics and antiseptic or whatever. We use it. Okay, so walk in the gate. You turn right. There's a little corner where you can put a horse. This was back then when I was like really small. And if you walk like right behind the fridge, if you walk past the fridge, there is another pin, and that was for maybe a stud or something. And then there, like right in front, like a little further back from the pin, was a hay trough. Well, feed trough. It was kind of like a barrel, a plastic barrel cut, and it had like a little thing in there, a little cage thing, and it would, you could put feed in there. Right beside that, there was a big, huge, circle-like thing that you normally put hay in or something like that. It wasn't a hay ring or anything, but it was just a little circle thing. And you would put they had like a huge chicken pile, like a huge, ginormous pile of hay. And not hay, wire. So that was, yeah. So right in the middle of this, right here, there was a honey wagon. Actually, no, hold on. Honey wagon's right here. That's a honey wagon. So my grandpa would always like maybe the latch is right here. So he would drive out. I don't know how he would do it, but this is before my time. But he would get that and he would go to town and fill it up, and it cost a lot of money to do that, obviously. So yeah. Okay, so right in here, from this is to the front. So you go in here and there's like 4 pins lined up right here. Right here is a separate pin that's like for a stud maybe, but all right here are pins. So one is like an elevator, like right here, and let me think. Yeah, so this pin's right here. We really don't have any other places. Let me think. Let me look at this at a different angle. I gotta look at this at a different angle. Oh, jeez. Okay, round pin. Okay, so right by this pin, right here, there is actually another pin that's actually like a wall away, and they're both for studs mainly. So there's one right here that was Juby's pin. Wasn't it Juby? We had Junior out here, and you had Juby. Juby was a big horse, but I don't think he was. Do we have Willie in there? No, Willie was down south. It might have been Juby. I'm not sure. But we had Junior in this pin right here. And then we had Juby, I think, right beside him. I don't know. But Juby might have been here. But his hooves were like this. Like, you know how they're usually like that? They were all curved up. Like this. They were bad. And my grandpa always told me that was because he had too much feed. I'm not sure if that's true or not. It might have been. I'm not sure. But that was pretty bad. Anyways, enough about that. I'm gonna tell you about the time we had to do hay, and I hated doing hay. I hated it so much, so much. Okay, so we're gonna turn the view a little bit. Okay, right here. This is North Pond, by the way. This is all north. All right here is north. Until you go in here, and then you go to Charlie's house, and then Jason's old house. So, oh geez, I need to get my mouse. There we go. Okay, so, this is a trench made by Buffalo. This is all Buffalo. This is a garden, by the way. Oh yeah, that's a trench. Okay, so this is the house, and to go to the garden, it wasn't much, but right beside the house, there was like 3 or 4 piles of tires, little stacks of tires, maybe 4 or 5 tires tall or something. I don't know the size, so don't ask me about that. But there were the little things right here, and they would have like anything from strawberries to tomatoes, mainly tomatoes though. Right here's where the RVs are. There was a travel trailer and an RV. The travel trailer was on this side, and the RV was on that side. Of those right there. So to go to the garden, you would go out the front door right here. You would go around, go like this, like you're going to the tomato garden, the tires, and then you would go all the way out here to get to the garden. It's a long ways to walk. Trust me, I hated it. And this is just little tips right here, but I hated it so much. I was like, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to go to the garden that much because my grandpa was usually like, okay, we gotta get this done, we gotta get it now, oh my god, it's only sunset, we're gonna do this, come on, hurry up. I'm just like, no. No. So, so one time, this is only one time thing, but we did like this whole north pasture. It was terrible. And I remember I was driving my uncle's truck, and we were picking up bales, right? In this section. So we were doing that, and I remember they were booking it up on there. They were just getting bales, putting the knee up like that, putting it on the trailer, right? I was driving, and I remember this because it was terrible. It was I hated it so much, but luckily I was just driving. But it turned into catastrophe because I'm not sure what happened, but hay just started flying in from the freaking window, and it was just coming in. It was just hitting me in the face. It was getting on my ankle. I was like, ugh, oh god, I'm getting chills even just thinking about it. But for real, it was terrible because I didn't like it. So what happened was I started driving, and I started to get that all over me. Oh geez, I'm just getting chills from it. So I'm serious. I'm just getting chills. But anyways, it started blowing me in the face. It started getting on my neck, getting on my jeans, inside my shirt. My shirt was like this. So I mean, it was getting inside my. Oh god, it was inside my shirt. Oh jeez. Just think about it. Just feel it. If I think about it, I can feel it. So anyways, yeah, that was when we were loading it. My dad was still bailing and all that stuff. I think so. He might have been. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. So, yeah. When my grandpa was just like doing raking and all that stuff, we had a barrel, and my uncle's truck was right here, and we were just sitting there, and we were just there for like if like he broke down, or the baler stopped working, or something was wrong or whatever, he needed to take a break or whatever. We were out there and seeing what he needed. If he stopped, we would hop in, we would get in the truck and go out, drive out there and see, because there was everything in the truck. Everything was in the truck. So we would get like, okay, so the dually is right here, and it doesn't run. We can't. It won't run. We tried before, it didn't run. That's where the GMC was. So this dually right here. It's mainly in storage now because it won't run. But inside here, a little camper, we had like a galvanized toolbox. We had a red toolbox, and we had a black plastic one. You know, those plastic one, yeah, all compartments. But we would get that, and there's a toolbox on the tractor, obviously, but it was just a small one. It was like one of those like really small ones, you know. It was pretty big, but it was so small. So that was just like for the tractor or whatever, if you needed, like, you know, I don't know, whatever. But we were out here, and we were always right here. My grandpa would like go all over raking. It was crazy. But my grandpa would usually be raking, and my dad would be baling. He would come like right behind him, maybe I don't know, 20 feet, 30 feet behind him. And with the new rake you got, you can actually hook it up to the truck, and you can rake it with the truck. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Oh, this is 20. Oh, I never noticed that. This is 2017. Okay, yeah. So this was before Charlie ever put a fence like right through here, all the way through there. It was insane. But yeah, we built that, and it was just like, it was really hard to you know, just go out there and do hay, because I didn't like doing hay. I honestly didn't. I hated doing it so much. So I just hated it so much. I didn't like it. Okay, so it, uh, if we need to get to the garden from the truck, this is a different story. But one time we were out going to the garden, and we had to do some stuff, maintenance on it. So we took the gray Dodge right here, and we went all the way. There's a gate right here for the mill and East Pasture. So we would open that gate, and then he would go stop, and then close the gate. There's another gate here for the north and East Pasture, and there's a fence right here, by the way. So we go, you know, and then we would close the gate again, you know, and then he would go like that, and then come through, boom, garden right there, and the truck was always there. We would always put it right here next to the garden. I'm not sure what that is, but we would put it next to the garden, and that would be like we would get like maybe like some hay or something and put it in these trenches right here. That was easy enough. And then he was like, well, we're going to do some work on it. What? Did I burn my thumb? There we go. That hurt. Got it off. Okay. Anyways, we would usually get some stuff like maybe hay or plastic and newspaper put in the trenches because that helped plants or whatever. It's really cool. All this was like nothing but tubs with just like dirt and plants, stuff like that. There was actually, okay, so I'm going to tell you this right now, okay? So right here, somewhere in here, I think it's right here and somewhere, but there is actually a half buried tractor tire that has like a tree in it, I think. But yeah, right here and here were like tractor tires that needed, stuff like that. So right here, where okay, there's a fence. Okay, the gate's so the gate's like right here, or yeah, right here, because you see the shower right there. So the gate's right here. You walk in, and right here there used to be two sunflowers. One was like really dead, and the other one's like saying tall. It was proud, and then about 2 days or something, it would drop down. It would just be like the other one, really dead. So that was different. Um, Hold on, let me think. So there used to be asparagus there, and in one of the tubs. So we would get asparagus and just eat it because we were hungry and we didn't want to go inside. Um, we couldn't go inside, so we would get like, if they were okay. So we grew tomatoes out there as well. We grew some potatoes and stuff like that. We grew some cabbage or lettuce, head of lettuce and all that. And if we were hungry, we would take lunch out there. Maybe we have like maybe a bologna sandwich or a two sandwich or something like that for lunch, and we would sit down on some of the tubs and just eat really fast and then go back to work. Um, Sometimes if we didn't have anything, like we didn't have a sandwich or whatever, our grandma would even either come out and tell us, "Hey, dinner's ready, come and eat," or we would just like, if we were hungry out there, like maybe Grandpa was hungry or something like that, me and Ryan were hungry or something like that, we would take a piece of lettuce or something, or asparagus or cabbage or tomatoes or something like that, and eat some of that, because it was straight picked. We you know uh we had like two carrots out there. It's just like, um so we had some potatoes. We had we had some potatoes. We had asparagus. We had lettuce. I think cabbage, and tomatoes. I think it said tomatoes already, but we had tomatoes out there. So normally, what I would do was Grandpa would always have like a knife out there or something, like a little knife, and it wasn't really sharp. It was very dull, but we would get this knife and just cut the it's getting dull. I need to sharpen it. We would saw the thing open. Something's after the video. But anyways, yeah. We would always do that. So we would do that. We would cut it open, and maybe eat half of it. Or we would cut it in slices like quarters. So we had extra. There was only three of us out there, and we would take it to one for Grandma, so she could put it in whatever she's making. Usually it was pretty good, like goulash. Oh my gosh, Grandma's goulash. Oh, so good. So okay, if you know out there that has a grandma, you would not believe. Okay, so that Grandma's cooking is always the best, right? Grandma's cooking is the best. It was amazing. Grandma's cooking. No, there's no competition for that. Her spaghetti, or her goulash, or like her stew. Oh my god! Now I never really cared for stew in general. I didn't even care for hers. No disrespect to my grandma, but I never really cared for stew. I just didn't like it. But her stew made me kind of like it a little, just a little bit. It's like, try it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So We would always do that. And I think so. Yeah, if we were hungry, we just get like maybe like a piece of cabbage, or some asparagus or tomato or something like that. It was always fun for me because I made like a tomato sandwich without bread. Um, and I would like put some cabbage, lettuce, and tomato layered like a sandwich, and I would put like um I would put like that's it, just a sandwich, and I was just like, huh, eat it, for lunch or whatever, we a little snack. Um, that's it. Uh, we we had we had we had one thing. Is that the tractor right there? That actually might be the tractor. Um, but we had a few things that we didn't like about the garden. I didn't like any of it, honestly. I hated it so much. But yeah. So the wood pile that we made. This is all the junk and stuff that no one really used. But right here, about right here, is the wood pile. We would always like put the tractor like right here maybe, and then we would have like big huge logs right here, and we would take them over and split them. Actually, I could tell you. Okay, so right here, all right here, is where the equipment was, like the splitter, the sickle mower, the all that stuff. It was pretty cool. Um, so the wood pile was like right here. We would take the tractor out here during maybe the fall or something, and we always like split it. Right here would be like well, I'm in these trees. Basically, there were cable spools, and those were really easy to use. Right here used to be a camper kind of thing, and there was also a big huge standing toolbox kind of thing, and it was right here, and we tore down the van, and it was already it was destroyed, so we just left the junk there. Right here, it looks like it's only like pouring out. Sorry, but there used to be a this used to be a old storage building, Jason's old storage building from from that big huge that trailer right here. That's where it used to be from. So we brought it down here with a trailer, and we put it right here, because why not? Um, so it's pretty cool. Um, so um we had because this is the old building right here, the big one. New one that was your grandpa called it. This used to be the chicken house, but it doesn't work. It's vacant now. New building, old Jason's old one. This is the trailer right here. So this is the trailer house that we took back there. That one up there is new, but we took this one down here because it was all like it was gonna fall apart anyway. So we just might as well we just tore it apart. We took like sledgehammers and stuff like that, and just tore down the whole freaking thing. Um, so we would take like we use this mostly for like radios and like just old useless junk we didn't use anymore. But we did use some of the uh like log spinners or turners or whatever, and those things that they use for like the weeds they swung back and forth. Had ridges on the little blade with the ridges on it. You just swing it back and forth, cut the weeds. That's always so we also had some of those. New Smithing had like two fridges and a chest freezer in it. Um, we used that for maybe like cake or icicles, popsicles, or pizza, or something like that. Deep freeze, Old Soul Spring had like, it was huge. When you walk inside, if you look at the right when you walk in, about 2 feet or something from in there, you would see a deep freeze, and that's for like maybe calf fries or pieces of a bull. We would just eat beef. And back further is if you walk in the alley, there's a work table, a little work table that my grandpa used, and so we would use that. Well, we would use it, but we used quite a bit of stuff in there. We also had some we had some different stuff like oil and just bits, nuts, bolts, stuff like that. In the very back, we had some really creepy stuff. Sorry about that. Well, we had a bit of. I'll put this back in here because I can't do that saying that. Okay, so anyways, we had some. In the very back, we had a outlet, a 4-way outlet, and what we would do with that is we would put it in. We would plug something in, like if we need like power to the barn. We would hook that up, and there would be power out there, and we had like walkie-talkies, and they could say, "Hey, man, hey, lights are on, or it's not on, we gotta do something different," and we'd say, "All right, cool." So while we're doing that, we would say, "Hey, their lights not on, they're on." This is at night, so at night we had to have lights out there, and there was there wasn't a switch out there. There was no switch, so we had to do everything manually by plugging in lights or leaving them unplugged. We always unplugged them after we got finished because there was no reason to have any lights at the barn at daytime or whatever, and we didn't have a switch for it, which was really sad. So we would try that, and then we would plug it back in or unplug it for wherever we needed. We usually did stuff in the day, so we really didn't have much of a but that was like right here. This is like at the very, very back. So yeah. The back of the Jason Storms wing was like shelves with like radios, just old radios. But yeah. Okay, so right here is where the living room is on the house, and back here is like there's a bedroom that used to be my dad's and sister's old room. This was a bedroom, this was a bathroom right here, and this was Grandpa's room. Grandma usually slept either in the living room or in her chair. She usually slept on the couch, but we don't have a couch in there anymore. We have like a love seat, but she sleeps in a chair now. So right here is a propane tank that they didn't use anymore, and right here used to be a goose pen, but right here's either right here right here is a burn barrel. It used to be a well. They used to have a well there. They would put water. They would use water on it, and it was just different. So, right here, there used to be a smokehouse, and they use that for maybe castrating hogs. They might use a hog house for that, but they use that for maybe castrating or something. They had dynamite. They actually had a dynamite box, an actual dynamite box. Crazy, right? So, yeah. Right here is a feed trough, concrete. You know, it used to be way over here, but they moved it over here just so that it's easier for the horses to come. So yeah, like I said, this is a honey wagon. There's tires right there, and yeah, it was a mess. But we cleaned it all up and stuff like that. Right here is an old diesel tank. Grandpa used to fill it up for like the tractor and stuff. That all that stuff. I'm not sure what that is right there. But right here, like, or maybe it was. I know it was by the road, but somewhere right here, there was. I'm not sure what that is, but we had a bush hog. If you know what a bush hog is, it's basically like you can go over a bush and it would cut it straight, like it would cut it. So yeah, wait, is it right here? I think it is. Okay, right here is a gas line. I think it might be. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but yeah, it's an old. Yeah, I think I believe it's an old gas line. Okay, right here are two manure spreaders. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they are quite, but this hog house right here, you can't see it because of the tree, but it's a nursery. It's a hog nursery. So yeah, this used to be an old stock trailer, still is, but oh, okay. So right here, I think I hear there's a patio, that has like built-in feed things. So yeah, this is the current structure that they used. This is also an old one. This fence right here, gate. I'm not sure what else I can show you. Oh yeah, so this is right here is the grain, like the wheat thing. Oh, there's a hay loader. But yeah, here's the grain. There's a box right there, but it's like a wheat and stuff like that for seeding. For the drill, maybe like put seed out and stuff like that. So yeah, we cleaned that up. One time when I think Grandpa was in either hospice or passed away or something like that. There's a round pen that we took down. It was a huge mess by the time we got finished with it. Yeah. I think that's the new gate me and my dad and Ryan put up. Because it used to be right here. The gate used to be like right here. Or like right, But we moved it and it's right here now. And these are all like the cut in half tractor tires that we use for like feed trucks and stuff. And you would turn around, you would like make it, turn around and do it. That's a manure pile. And there used to be one out here. There used to be two out here actually, but something happened to them. South Pin. There's more troughs that you can see there. You can see the metal ones as well a little bit. There's down tree. Okay, so another story. all right here all this here, all this, everything right here used to be nothing but thistles. If you know what thistles are, they're basically weeds that have like spikes on them. Kind of. There's kind of like here. You know what? I'm gonna show you what they are, so you guys don't have to ask me again, or so I can actually show you this. I'm gonna show you what thistles are. Okay, these are thistles. This is what they look like. All these are all thistles. And, a lot of them are like really bad, but they might look like flowers. They might look like this, but they're not. They're actual thistles. And I don't like thistles, honestly, because they are spiky. I just don't like them. But there's a lot of them that like this. This is gonna be this is gonna start shedding soon. Like that, yeah. Yeah, they start. I was like these right here, or oh jeez. But yeah, they're bad. I didn't like them. Yeah, I didn't like them. But they look like these. The heads of them look like these right here. And we had to go out there every time and just freaking, oh my gosh. It was terrible. I didn't like it. Hold on. Actually, you know what? Thistle. City. Let's just do that. I want to see if it actually has. Nah, it doesn't have it. So, yeah. Thistles. I don't like them. I just don't like them. But yeah. All that would be thistle, and we would have to like either cut them or spray them. It was bad. It was bad. I didn't like it one bit. Okay, so another story. This is a different thing, but me and my dad would come out here and fix fences through here to this right here. We would fix them from the south and go all the way up towards here, and we would fix them. We would fix the fence, because God forbid it be, it was hard. But yeah. Okay, so back when I was younger, we used to come down here and fish. There's a little eating spot for the fish. There's usually catfish or bass in here. That's usually just bass and catfish, basically. The dam is pretty fun to fish off of if you're catfishing. Bad choice of words. But if you're fishing, there's also some trolls in here. You might want to look out for those. But right here, we would take the horses. Horses make trails. But we would drive the truck down here sometimes, and we would get the fishing poles out. And we would just cast them in there, and fish. And have maybe fish for dinner or some lunch or whatever. But it was pretty good. Yeah, that's when I was young. There used to be a little red or something chair down there. So when you went through here, there's a lot of hanging trees like hanging limbs, but right here in the opening, you can either go and hit there and pick up rocks or whatever. We can go right here and go in and feed horses north. It's really easy to feed them because there's like just a little round pen. It's pretty small, but yeah, it's pretty easy to do. I remember one time we came out here to oh yeah, oh yeah, I forgot. We have hay bales here. We have round bales here, and all these little spots right here, these little circles you see, are actually where we put the hay bales. That's where we put round bales. And sometimes we would put like round bales out, and we would we would roll them out. We usually did that at like the south pasture, but okay, on occasion we would do it on the north. It was really easy to do, just because it was easier. It was easy to do them, roll them out and stuff. I'm not sure if I don't think there's any paths, so we did do that, right? I don't think there's any path that I can see that we did. But we usually put it together like right here and roll it. And yeah, there's no real path where you can see that we rolled out some hay. But sometimes we would do it right here, like once or twice we do it right here, and it was like in that vicinity, but it was pretty cool. Yeah. So that's my grandparents' land. They didn't really have. They had quite a bit of acres. But it was great. I really liked going there. Let me hold on. I'm gonna try to go to my aunt's house just so I can see. Go this way. Keep going. There's the chicken farm. Is right here? No, I was here, Rick House. Not sure where it is. Let me see. I don't know. But yeah, that was my grandfather's property. My grandma's now, but because he passed away. But yeah, that's basically what it is. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like me, subscribe. And as always, peace.